Hey, so today I'm going to be doing a video on nukes, more specifically efficient nukes. So I'm going to show you how to build one, add one onto any cannon, also how they work. So first I'm just going to do this is just a normal cannon that I just built right now. Um, and I'm just going to show you how it works. So first I'll just fire this real quick. So as you can see, no scatter, no nuke, nothing. So here's how your nuke works. So you have or a bunch of TNT in your red sand, and this is known as your nuke hammer. And then you'll have your actual nuke one block under at the top of this normal sand. And so what will happen is your nuke hammer will tunnel your nuke down. So as it tunnels it down, it'll break the wall that it's next to because there's no water gap. It's just it's connected, so it'll nuke it down and the wall next to you. I just have a space here so I could test that, or so I could show you that. But yeah, so that's pretty much how nuking works. And how old nukes used to work is you'd have it go off in one game tick, but I'll show you what people do now so that you use the less nuke hammer, and I'll explain all this in a little bit. So first, when you're making your nuke, you just want to make sure that you have a ladder here, one block up in your sand comp. And if you need to learn how to build a carpet comp, I have a video on it. Anyway, so what will happen is you'll shoot all of your nuke onto this ladder, and then this booster will go off and it'll boost it up to here, and then your main sand booster will go off and it'll boost it all the way into the barrel. So um, let's start off by making a platform. So I'm just gonna make it like 20 long, and we can just cut off some. So there are a couple ways you can do it. First, you can just have a long line like this of 15. I didn't count, but and then you can put redstone on top, and then do another line like this all the way across, all the way 15 down. Or you know, it both of these methods do the same thing. It's just how you like it, like how you visually like it. I'm gonna do it the other way, which I'll show you in a sec. But total in this we're gonna have 8 game ticks of nuke. So you can do less, you can do more depending on what you want. So if you want to do like a obby nuker thing, you could do 10 or 12. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just getting the visualizing it real quick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do wait, 1 2 3 4. We're going to do 8 3 by 5s. So we'll have 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. So I'm just doing this so I can lay out where the infinite boosters are going to be real quick. So yeah, if you're confused about infinite boosters, watch my infinite boosters video. Or watch my boosters video, which covers infinite boosters. But yeah, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just making a normal booster. You do it like for any other part of the cannon. And I'm gonna use slabs here so it's easier access, so I can just walk in. It doesn't do anything special. You can have blocks here, you can have glass, whatever you want. But it makes it easier so you can just walk in if you need to fix something or print or whatever. So anyway, so let's count these out. So we're gonna have 4 3 by 5. So I'm just alright. So alright. So I'll have it like this. So now we can just stack all these up. 4. So as you can see, these are all 15. So these are all 15. So we're gonna have 8 15 sections of this of Nuke. Yeah, it's hard for me to think and do this at the same time. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go on to wiring. So wiring is pretty easy. Actually, you know, you can wire it however you want. Here, let me just extend this real quick. But here's how I wire things. So first, let's work on our booster. So our booster is going to be, let's wire it like this. Oops. Wait. Oh. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, if you're confused about this part, just look at my boosters video. So just wiring this up, and then now we are going to actually connect it to our main cannon. So what I like to do is I just take my blaze rod, which is my, count how many ticks it is, and I want to see where my sand booster, my main sand booster goes off, and I want to have it go in like 1 or 2 ticks before that. So let's count from here. And then we add 2.5 redstone ticks here, and boom. So this is going off in 16.5 redstone ticks. So let's aim for our nuke to go off at like 15, 14, something like that. So now let's count that. So I'm gonna wire it off of this redstone line here. So we have 8 right now. So we can go like this. And wire right here. And so we have 8 plus, this is 10 because you have 1 here, 1 here, and we want to get to what? 14. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So there we go. So now we have, oh sorry, I counted it wrong. We don't want it from this booster. We don't want it from this one. We want it from the end of this one, because this is the last thing will go off, is this last infinite booster. So we have this 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 4 plus 10 is 14. Sorry about that. So yeah, so this is perfect. This is exactly how we want it timed. And you can either wire your nuke off of your booster, or just you can wire it off here. I'm just gonna wire it off here, so I can put more timings on it, and you'll see in a sec. So here's what's gonna have to happen. You're gonna have to game tick one of your sides. So I'm actually gonna raise this up, so I can fit it better. You don't have to move it up. I'm just doing it so I can fit my pistons easier for game ticking. So if you saw my stair barrel video, you can see what game ticking is. But pretty much you just doing your game ticking so that you can have these two different things offset. So one will be on 5 game ticks, one will be on 6 game ticks. So Yeah. Let me just this is not the best looking cannon, but it's fine. um, so here's what we'll do. So let's wire it from here. And also, I know I keep quoting all my videos, but um, when if you look at my timings video, you might already know, if you saw it, like timing your cannon video, you might already know that your nuke is on the same time as your nuke hammer, which I will build in a sec. So you need two different parts when you're making a nuke. You need a nuke and you need a nuke hammer. So right now I'm doing the nuke part, and then I'll work on the nuke hammer. So, but you always want to build your nuke hammer before you wire your nuke, so that you can get it on the same timings. So right now I'm just going to go like that, and all you want to do, you know what, I'm stupid. You need it on comparators, sorry, not on. So how comparators work, why I use comparators on this, is because they're the exact same length as redstone, except it goes by priority. So if you're looking at your nuke hammer will be going off in repeaters, and this will go off slightly later because of the priority. So there we go. Now we can stack it. So we're gonna make sure that we have comparators here, and then we just link these all by redstone repeaters. So now that we have that, we can. I'm gonna do it down here so it looks better. Alright, so then we just do the same on the other side. So I'm just going to copy this and move it over. Just going to remove that. Okay, so anyway, now that we have our nuke pretty much built, let's do our nuke hammer. So for your nuke hammer, right, I usually do 47 for just a normal nuke. So you can use that ratio if you want to, but usually you'd have your nuke farther down, so you'd probably have it like on top of here, and you could just use world edit to like move it up a couple blocks. So I just moved it up like 4, something like that. And now let's make our nuke hammer. So let's see how many blocks this is. This is 26. So I'm trying to make 47, right? So that's 26 plus 26 is going to be 52, and we don't want 52, we want 47. So 52 minus 47 is 5, so we just need to take off 5 here, and that's all good. So let me just count, make sure. Alright, so 47. Perfect. And some people like putting their nuke camera all on one side, but I like putting it on both, just because it saves space. You'd only want to put it on one side if you like visually, if you're into that, but it doesn't matter to me. So now let's just wire this real quick. Very, very simple. You're just you know, just basic wiring like this is what we're gonna do. And I don't know if I finished my sentence here, but when I made the video on wiring your cannon, you just like I said, you need to have your I usually have my nuke like 9, 10, 11 ticks after my hammer. So we'll just do 11 for this instance. And also something that may happen, I'll show you in a second, but I'll show you later. And I'll show you a fix to it too. So anyway, we're gonna figure out how late we want it. So personally, how I wired my hammer on this cannon, I wired it from my power. So you gotta figure out how many ticks your hammer is on. So in this case, mine is on 22, and we'll add 11. So we want our nuke hammer to be on 33. So now let's count to see how many we have it on. And then so we have it on 27, so we need to add 4, which will bring it to 31, and then 2 to bring it to 33. So, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly that, but that's just how I do it. And then 4 repeaters. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So now our nuke hammer is done. Now, the easy part, we just need to wire our nuke in the same way. So I'm just gonna wire it from here to make it easier. But all you have to do is just figure out how many ticks we're on. Or you know, let's add some and then we'll count it. So let's guess a little bit. Do something like that should be good. So let's count. So we want it on 33 as well, our nuke. Or at least one side of the nuke, and I'll show you in a second. So 33, perfect. And like I said, we want to game tick one side. So the reason I have 2 ticks here as opposed to back here is because when you game tick, you're having it as 2.5 redstone ticks. So when I'm game ticking this, I am using I'm actually going to change it to 3. So when I'm game ticking this, I have it on 3 or 2.5 redstone ticks, right? So if I have it on 2.5 here plus 1, I need to wire this better, and then I'll finish my chain of thought. Let's do something like this and this, maybe? No. So yeah, you can just play around with your wiring until it works, but yeah. So, okay, now that should be good. So you have your redstone. You want the part that you're game ticking 0.5 after your normal. So your normal should be on 33.5. This should be on, or sorry, your normal should be on 33. This should be on 33.5 because of your 0.5 with the game ticking. And so the reason why you have an extra 3 here is because this is 3, right? And if you count this, 2.5 plus 1 is 3.5. So you just need to have 3 after your piston, so you can make it equal. So now let's count it. So let's count everything. So we have 4, 8, and let's just keep counting. So we're on 33 here, and then we're on 33.5 on this side, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. So we're pretty much done. We have our nuke hammer on 33. like you guys saw. So now that these are on the same one, we can go ahead and fire it. So nothing's up there. I'm gonna fill real quick. And this should work. And as you can see, worked perfectly. All the way down to bedrock. So, now let me go over a couple of things that some common issues. So first, if you wanna, some servers have you know, different obby durabilities and everything like that. Like, for an example, the Archon has I think a durability of 5, except you need to use different ratios to obby nuke. So, say, the most common way to obby nuke is, instead of having 8 different sections, as you can see, we have 8 game tick, aka 8 different sections. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could do something like 10 or 12, and then you just reduce your nuke hammer. So it won't full nuke, like it won't nuke all the way down, but it will pretty much like pack more punch in each game tick. So because it's going slower, more TNT is going to be blowing up, like higher up. So you'll be able to nuke down or nuke the obby. Another issue that you might happen, this is super common, right? So if you have this issue where you are stacking your sand, I'll just do it here. So you're stacking your sand up, and you have your red sand here, and your new camera goes off, right? It blows up the top, but then say that there's an explosion down here, like inside your sand, and it like blows up and breaks down your sand. Like, say it's like in the middle right here, when you're like, that's your nuke. If your nuke ends up too low, right, and it's not right on the top of this sand like it should be like this, but if it's like that, then that means that your order of entities is messed up. So I've touched on this briefly, but order of entities means the way things are dispensed shows up how, like, depending on the way things are dispensed will determine how it ends up on the wall. So pretty much whatever you dispense first will end up on the bottom. So you want all your sand to get into an entity block first, and then your nuke hammer to go off, or your nuke to go off, or your nuke to be ticked, sorry. So if you have an issue where it's going too low, like it's blowing up down here, then all you have to do, you have to add delay to your nuke, and that will fix the issue. So that's why I usually say 9 to like 11. You can also reduce the timings on your sand comp, so you could go something like that, so that it falls faster, or it turns into an entity block sooner. But so yeah, that's just a common problem that is happens to a lot of people, and I even had to fix it for somebody yesterday. So yeah, like I said, there's more than one way of wiring this. You can do it this way, you can do it the other way, but yeah, just so you know, in an upcoming video, my upcoming video plans, I'm going to do one on autos, so how to like use overlay and make your cannons faster, everything like that. I'm also gonna have one on APs and one rev soon. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions or anything like that, or any questions, and let me know in the comments. So see ya.